Hello, everyone. Welcome once again to eXp University's The Lab. I'm Brian Ellington, and I am joined today by a special guest, Mr. Anthony Tony Glenn from Oceanside, California. Now, if you're not familiar with the Liberty Group, you should be. $1.1 billion in real estate sold, third year with eXp and third year Icon. Tony, thanks so much for being with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
All right, well, let's jump in. So, 1.1 billion in sales, and you've never cold called. And you've never done the things that a lot of real estate agents kind of fear and slog through in terms of building their business. So how do you do that?
So basically, what we did is we created a vertically integrated company to where we are generating business off social media and community outreach. So we have a very unique way of generating business. Our niche is around 70% VA loans, which is a recession-proof niche. And essentially, what we're doing is we're growing our 71 agent team nationally. So that's basically what we're doing.
Yeah, I see you're MC, USMC, Semper Fi, and that's kind of your tribe, right? I mean, we talk about this a lot in real estate that, we all get out of real estate school and we think we're just going to shout out, "Hello, world, I'm a realtor," and everybody's going to respond all at once. It's not the case. And so figuring that out takes a lot of agents a long time. Um, Question, why the military veterans and military families as your tribe?
Oh, that's very easy for me to answer. So, Connie and I, my business partner, we were doing VA loans for ourselves. Initially, I was an investor, and then we graduated from thinking that we needed a real estate professional to buy investment properties, which we didn't, as you all know. So she became a real estate agent. I became a real estate agent, and then we had a small mom and pop brokerage in Southern California, and then we just became the go-to people for VA home loan benefits. So it kind of exploded because we started to partner with other veterans, and then that's how we all got started. And the reason why the military niche is because, for one, I served in the Marine Corps from 1996 to 2016. I'm 100% disabled combat veteran, and there's just a lack of information going out to service members that are looking to invest with their VA loans. So we're looking to build that out with eXp, which y'all's borderless, with the borderless model that we have, in order to recruit realtors that are looking to help veterans nationally.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it should go without saying, but it doesn't. So thanks for the service. As somebody with two fellow grunts in the family, I very much appreciate that. Marines are usually first in, last out, and that is not an easy job. I know there's some Army, Navy, and Air Force folks who beg to differ, but we both know the truth. So when it comes to serving military families, that's an interesting niche to get into, and a lot of people think, well, I'm not served. Like, I'm not served. I have family who has, but I'm not served. So is that something that I can even get into? First off, because I know there's a lot of people who are like, oh, we're going to talk about military families. Well, maybe I'll just do my taxes instead. But this is a niche for others. Yeah.
Yes, 100%. You do not have to serve in the military. I just think that there's a systemic kind of almost like a discriminatory action against veterans because of the lack of information of people knowing about the VA home loan benefit from our experience. So, what we've done is that, we specifically seek people who are looking that understand the VA home loan benefit. And then, not just focusing on the local business. When you get your real estate license, you're a realtor everywhere. The information is pretty much, interchangeable in regard to how business is done. But you do not have to be a veteran to know about the VA home loan benefit, but you do need to know how the product works. And we built our business model around educating people about that because majority of people are buying with FHA, conventional, or cash. So what we've done is we've created a system where we're seeking referral-based business for and by veterans, but you do not have to be a vet. You could just support veterans and be a patriotic about helping service members own the home that they defend, right? And that's what we're doing right now.
That's interesting. For most agents who've not yet had the pleasure of working with a vet and having VA loans, is there an insight that you'd care to share that would help them kind of think about how to help veterans with VA loans?
Oh, I'm glad you asked, brother. Hold my beer. Well, number one, the VA loan has a misconception about being the hardest loan, and
Hmm.
it's actually not. It's backed by the government, 25% of the loan amount. So, with that being said, there's no mortgage insurance, there's no MIP or PMI on that loan, and there's no minimum credit score and no maximum loan amount. So, when you're looking at this, the only thing that the VA really picks on is health and safety items that could be mitigated by the seller or the buyer. But the reason why I like it is because it's just a super easy loan to get done, right? It has the
Mhm.
lowest default rate out of the three. Usually when you get it into escrow, there's also ways to contest the appraisal. If the appraisal comes in low, you have 3 times to do that. So based off my experience, with any other product, usually when veterans are getting into escrow, they usually close. So there's a lot of misconceptions. And the last and final thing is that, you have the ability to do um, uh, up to 1 to 4 dwelling units, like a fourplex with a business unit attached with a total of 5. And non-veterans can partner with veterans to purchase utilizing the VA loan. So that's the reason why. Brother Ellington, let's just say you and I decided to go into a deal. You can use me as the veteran to get that deal, and then you can partner with me to buy that fiveplex building.
Well, and when you and I first got started, you kind of set my world on its head because you started talking about investing as a veteran using some of these products, and I was like, wait a second, that doesn't make sense because you can't use VA loans to invest. But that's not necessarily the case. Can you share a little bit more about that?
Yes, there's a couple of ways that you can utilize the VA loan product. Number one, if a joint VA loan, right? So let's just say you and I did a joint VA loan. Your income can substitute for my lack of income to purchase that multifamily, as long as me as the veteran live in the property. That's the first thing. The second thing is house hacking, right? So the VA loan does allow you to do a VA rehabilitation loan to buy a property that is, not in demand, and then use the equity position to rehab the property. So when you close on it, the after repair value is higher. And then the third way is to do the cash out refinance. So the beauty of this is that the VA loan has two different types of loans that you can do. There's multiple ones, but I'm just going to cover the wave tops of the best ones. The one is the cash out refinance, which you can do 210 days after the first mortgage payment. And then the second one would be the rehabilitation loan, or the third one could be the VA construction loan. I can buy or build a fourplex property with no money out of pocket, close on that multifamily, and not have 2 construction loans for the land and the rehab. So there's a multitude of things that you can do as long as the veteran lives in the property. So what I've seen in the past couple of years is just there's a lot of people just don't know you have so many options. But those are 3 ways. The 3 top key ways: VA construction loan, cash out refinance, and the VA rehabilitation loan, and complementary to the construction loan or the multifamily loan that you could do.
Are there criteria and limitations on our relationship as a non-veteran with the veteran?
No, sir. So if let's just say you and I just said you said, "Hey, Tony, I wanted to buy a multifamily with you." Okay, you can go on. There's 2 ways of ownership. One is being on title, and one is being on the loan. If you're on the loan, you can put 12.5% down and still take advantage of the VA rehabilitation loan. And guess what? Let's just say we found a multifamily that had 200, let's just say $300,000 of equity. We can use some of that money to rehab the property. So when we close on that property can have $400,000 of equity. So there are no limitations of a non-veteran investing with the vet, as long as the veteran lives in one of the doors for the property, or even if it's a single family home and there's equity, you still get to take advantage of that. Some of the things that is afforded to the veteran. You don't have to be a cousin, an uncle, a brother, or a sister. You just go on the loan. If you go on the loan, 12.5% down. If you go on title, zero money down.
I love that. I said you and I did that. And by the way, yes, Tony, I would like to invest in multifamily with you. I don't know Oceanside, but I bet you do. Let's go. But let's say we did, right? And it was great. Things went well, and I'm like, I like that. Can we do another? Is there a time limitation for how long you need to live in that residence, or do we need to refinance if you're going to move out and move on to the next one?
See, ultimately, what the initial investment in the product is getting your foot in the door, and then either building equity or buying a property that needs a little bit of TLC, right? So what I usually see most veterans do, and I'll give you an example of a family that I just closed on with a multifamily. They bought a duplex in California. We were able to pay off $10,000 of their debt from the seller. We were able to get $37,000 of concessions, which is money for pointed in any direction that we want to do. And then also they have $50,000 of equity in the property. So we were able to get new flooring and a new kitchen for that property with the seller's money. And when they closed on that property, they had $50,000 and they got a rebate of $8,000 back. So over 60, that's $100,000 of money that didn't come from the veteran. And guess how much money they put down? Zero. So they were able to buy down the interest rate from a 6.5 to a 6% 30-year fix with the seller's money. So they got a better interest rate, paid out their closing costs, got an $8,000 rebate, a $10,000 credit, and their appraisal came in higher than what they own. So that veteran will be able to create a limited liability company, rent that property out, build business credit. And after 210 days after the first mortgage payment, which is around 7 months, they'll be able to take equity out of that property to utilize the property's money for a down payment for the next property.
Brilliant. So I'm curious, you've got quite a package to offer somebody. How do you get the word out? You said you're not cold calling, you're not door knocking. How do you, lead generate essentially for veteran and veteran investors?
Well, first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to all of the people at the Liberty Group. It's not one thing that I would tell you is that, EXP does provide a very good platform where networking and sharing ideas. I've learned a lot of information from just putting the word out in the workplace, and then also partnering with people who support veterans. So one of the main reasons why I went from Remax to EXP is because of the ability to grow my business horizontally across the nation. So right now we have a team of agents in North Carolina. We have 13 agents there. We have some in Baltimore. We have some agents in Florida. And then now we're negotiating to get a big team come on from New York. So the way that we're getting our word out is that we work as a team. And that's one of the biggest things that I've seen in real estate is agents fail to work as teammates. So what we've done is we've partnered with strategic alliances with people that we know, like, and trust. And then we just advertise experiences from veterans purchasing property. And then we blast it on TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. Right now we're generating 1,600 leads a month. Okay. So we have we're utilizing the CRM to convert those people. In addition to that, we have a big partnership with Grant Cardone called Cardone Veterans Group, where Elena and Grant are helping us hire more veterans. So it's two things: free VA loan three things: free VA loan masterclass that we do every month, that we do digitally and in person, and then also word of mouth and sphere of influence. Because the best agent is always going to be beat by the best known agent. So for those of you that are looking and y'all watch this, if you're trying to grow your business bigger, then you need to talk about it, right? And don't always talk about real estate. Talk about things, become the local expert, right, in the community. And that's what's been able to make us grow from not having. We have never bought a lead, not one penny on lead generation. All our money is going into marketing.
So I'm curious because I want to ask you also about the in-person trainings that you do, but you mentioned the social media posts and things of that nature. What's a typical social media post sound like? What's the scripting of that? What's the call to action?
Absolutely. So hey guys, you put me on the spot, but I'm gonna show you how we get down. Okay.
All right.
Hey guys, did you guys know that the VA loan is 100% financing? To download our free VA loan quick guide, text the word WIN to 760-573-2731 to get that free information. So that's a call to action. So when we give nuggets like that, or we'll do, we talk about the local area. See, a lot of agents think that they have to talk about real estate, but don't just talk about real estate. Become the local expert. Top 5 schools in your local area. Best restaurant, best martini, best burger, where you like to get your hair done, where you like to get your nails done. When we post that on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook, all of those social media, the same post, right? We also post it on Google, which is, think about it. If a person is coming in new, basically what we utilize is ChatGPT, and we put, what do military families Google when they're moving to the area?
Yeah.
What do first-time home buyers Google? And we preface our content around that. And then, we become the best known people, the best known real estate agents in the local area. But everybody does it. That's the thing. It's not just one agent. We have our team posting the same thing. And us as a brokerage, what we do is we share other realtors' closings as well.
Yeah. What's interesting about that is we've been doing this lead generation research. And by the way, thanks for doing this as part of it. We've been meeting all these agents who are Instagram agents, Facebook agents, and so on and so forth. And for a long time in the real estate industry, we've said, be the mayor of your community, right? And in the non-internet days, that meant one thing. Today, that means something completely different. And when you think about it, first of all, my wife regularly is hitting me up on Instagram for our date night spots, right? And what's interesting is the post that she sends me, it's like top 5 restaurants, top activities to go do, painting and blah, blah, blah. I'd say probably 80% of the ones that she sent me are done by top realtors in the Austin area. That's where I live, right? And if you're not thinking like that, what you'll find is, go listen to the interview I did with Sue and Kim. And he did the same thing. He just did it via YouTube. And he did it as a Californian transplant to Austin, sharing his discoveries of Austin. And what you find is now you got a lot of out of town buyers who are following that pathway and wondering, okay, I've never been to that area. And if you're a vet, especially a career vet, you understand the acronym PCS. For those of you who have not yet worked with military families, permanent change of station is a reality of life among our veterans. They get told pretty much moments notice, you are no longer at this base, you are now at that base, and they got to go. And that means like figuring it out real quickly. And the internet has just become that tool of research. So if you can speak to that community and in so doing, educate them about the area, and you really do stand to get a lot of that traffic. So that's really smart. I like that.
Yes. And then, a big overlooked thing is that, if I'm going to give any nugget today, any winning nugget, I'm going to tell you guys, listen, post your videos on Google also, because Google and YouTube are owned by each other. So if people are Googling you and then your reviews reflect, best restaurant or whatever, and, if you go to that restaurant, check in, take a picture, and then now you're becoming the local expert for schools, hospitals, churches, places to eat and everything. They see your information everywhere. You're going to come up somewhere. Your video is going to trend higher when you look at it. And we're getting around 300,000 impressions a month on social media. Okay. So that's across all social media platforms, right around 302,000 impressions. And that's across Google, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, And you can get business from anywhere. So if they don't see you on TikTok, they're going to see you on LinkedIn. They don't see you on LinkedIn, they're going to see you on Instagram. They don't see you on Instagram, they're going to see you on Christian Mingles. Wherever it takes, okay, become the local expert.
Onlyfarmers.com. So you mentioned posting on Google. Are you talking about your Google My Business page?
Yes, Google my
Okay.
business page. So those videos don't just need to live on Instagram, and don't always see what most agents get. What I've seen based off my experience is that a lot of agents post about in escrow, close escrow. That doesn't resonate to a person moving to the local area. That resonates to realtors about your production. Your
Yeah.
GCI doesn't mean anything, or Icon doesn't. It's good to get those awards, but making it about the experience of the client. That is where, hey, today checking in with the Liberty Group, and this client just got into escrow. Today we're doing a home inspection. Hey guys, we're going through the inspection period. These are the 3 things to look out for. Hey guys, tomorrow we're delivering keys. I'm doing my final walkthrough. Hey guys, congratulations. They want to see that story. And then now from one client, you have 15 reels that you can do and break them down into, hey, I'm getting up, I'm getting dressed today. Do you think I should wear my Winnovation shirt, or do you think I should wear this suit jacket? Share it about your lifestyle, walking up and navigating through, first getting the client pre-approved to keys in hand. And I think when people start changing their content like that and they're asking questions, hey guys, what do you think about this house? Kitchen A or kitchen B? What that does is it pushes the algorithm because you're getting engagement in your content.
Right. It's funny you say that. So the top Insta agents and Facebook agents that we've talked to, but Insta especially, have said basically if you're not posting daily, you're not going to get pushed out beyond your own followers' reach. And the analogy that comes to mind is think about it like Netflix, right? You're going to go to Netflix, you're going to pitch your show. But if you're telling them, hey, Netflix, I'm going to post today, but I think I might post again in 3 to 6 weeks, maybe a month. I don't know. What do you think Netflix is going to say? Right. And what it's amazing, like, what are you talking about? Right. Netflix and Instagram are not the same. Yeah, they are. They're
Yes.
both streaming platforms. They're both streaming platforms. And as soon as you understand that, you'll start to understand their business model and why they promote some people over others. You sit there and you look at these influencers and you're going, okay, that's the stupidest video I've ever seen. Why does this person have 3 million followers? Is because they've done stupid video after stupid video after stupid video on a day-to-day basis, and those platforms know that they can rely upon them for that content, right? And while we may find it stupid, trite, whatever, it's engaging an audience, maybe not you, but it's engaging an audience, and they're consistent. So I really like that advice. I want to switch gears for you. I want to talk about the in-persons because I know as part of the Liberty Group, as part of your network, you guys really preach and also arm your agents with in-person training. Can you tell me a little bit about that? Because that seems to be a big driver of your business.
Yes. One thing that I know about doing in-person training is the engagement and the information with engaging in, belly-to-belly communication. I always tell agents it's a race to get face-to-face. That's my little mantra, where if you're going to be looking at really being impressionable on someone or getting a contact, or especially listings, you sending a listing virtual over the internet and expecting for them to sign it, your conversion rate automatically goes down versus you being in person with the printed out listing agreement. So, it's a race to close these deals. So in order to close a client, you have to be able to know sales. And in order to know sales, you have to practice. Michael Jordan to become the best basketball player on the planet because he was just practicing at the gym. It was what he did outside of the gym that made him a great a ball player. And I'm dating myself because,
Well, my son and I had this same debate. My son's 13 and he thinks LeBron James is the greatest. And I'm like, look, 6 rings versus 4. What's the question here? But keep going.
And then also what it does is that when you have when you have systems in place, like when the number that I gave earlier, there's a system behind that. It doesn't matter how many leads that you generate or how many followers that you have on Instagram, unless you're monetizing them, right? So I'm glad that you said call to action, because doing those call to actions, you have to do what works. And if I had a target to hit, in order for me to hit the target, I have to have ammunition. But the ammunition, before the ammunition comes the gun, before the gun becomes the magazine, right? And that all requires practice. And there's levels to getting to that platform. So in-person training is essential to us because it gives me the opportunity to engage with the client. And then I'm going to be the hardest critic. So when they do get in front of a client, they know what to say to close the deal. I'll give you a couple of examples if I can.
Please.
Okay, here's an example. All right. We never say but in any sales transaction. But erases everything. We say yes and instead of but. So we replace but with yes and. We say these things that are neutralizing conversations that you can have with people. I agree. I understand. You are right. And I'm with you. These 4 things, if somebody says the price is too high, you're right. And I'm going to show you what the value is of these 3 prices. You have to be able to be armed with the ammunition, because what clients want to know is how much is it going to cost, right? And they already have an idea in their head if they're either buying or selling a property. And if you can't present that value to a person, especially with the NAR lawsuit and things of that nature, it's going to be very difficult for you as a buyer's agent to land that client. So it is critical. We have very, very good, succinct training that we do in our office, and every single agent has to go through the contract training, sales training, and then how to run your company as a business, as a realtor, not just a salesperson, but all of the agents in our office, like Ian Jensen, my right-hand man, he now has 5 properties and he's a millionaire because he's implemented some of these tools. So if I could give anyone an advice in regard to being an agent, you have to have tax strategies associated with that. And you also have to have an exit in the event that you sales are slow, right? Then you have rental income properties subsidizing that income.
You guys at home can't see it, but Ian's in the chat saying money, money, money. Love it. Thanks, Ian. So when you're doing your in-person strategy, I'm curious, are you inviting them to a coffee shop? How are you getting in front of, because you do this in front of large audiences. I'm kidding about the coffee shop. You do this in front of large audiences. How do you get there?
So a couple of ways. The couple of ways of how I get there is that I have a brick and mortar office in Oceanside, California. And then the people that are out of the state, typically I'll do a virtual. So in-person training, we do those, but usually every other Wednesday we do training with anywhere from 50 to 150 people on there. And then we give information out for free. But then the in-person training, people just come to the office, and they anyone that's associated with our office, we do virtual training. So I want to give a special shout out to Anthony Perez and Alexis Vega. Those are my 2 media people, and they make sure that they make me look like I don't have a blonde. I call it blonde in my beard, right? They make me look all handsome.
Right there with you, man. I'm right there with you.
All cocoa buttered up.
That's awesome. Picasso said, "Good artists borrow, great artists steal." And you've built quite a machine and a mechanism. And hearing you, man, I could see myself all day long doing this. We got Camp Mabry here. There's San Antonio's got the Air Force Base. There's great opportunity anywhere you look, really. In most major cities, you're going to have some opportunity. Instead of inventing the wheel myself, how do I plug in? How could I, like Picasso said, steal your brilliance and build my business off of that?
Well, a couple of ways. Number one, get in our Facebook group. See what we're doing. It's called Win in Real Estate. We're looking for more EXP agents that are looking to get our referral-based business. We have partners that we pre-qualify those leads, and then we put them on the Facebook group. So Win in Real Estate, we have 4,800 people in that group. So do that. And then also, if you're looking to plug into the base, we've already built the Lamborghini. All you got to do is get in and drive. We have a couple of things that's available for any agent interested in building their military business. Number one, we have a certification training that teaches you how to build your business around what we're doing. It's a Win in Real Estate certification course, and basically what it is that we teach you exactly how we've done what we do for veterans. Number two, we will come to a theater near you. So if you have 50 or more people that you want us to come out and teach the VA loan for, we will fly out to you. Okay, teach the VA loan masterclass, which is trademarked, and then you'll get those leads. We'll partner with you on a referral-based thing, and we'll help you advertise for that. And then number three is we do have a transitioning program that by the government that allows us to go onto the military installation and teach veterans about the VA home loan benefit. So if you're near a military installation and you're a veteran seeking to get out of the service, we have a government program that allows us to do an apprenticeship with you for 180 days to where you can become an EXP agent. Now, you can't go anywhere else. You got to come on board with us now. So if you're looking to do that and you're looking to help grow that business, we already have the certifications for that. But we want more EXP agents to know about our two programs. One of them is the brand ambassador program, to where we teach you about VA loans. And then the other one is the government transitioning program. If you know any veterans or military spouses looking to get into real estate, they get paid for 180 days as an active duty member, wherever their pay grade is. And then they can become a real estate agent with us if they'd like to, but they can go anywhere. But we would like them to come on board with us. All right. We're looking for a few good realtors to partner with.
Love it. All right. So WIRE, Win in Real Estate on Facebook, and then some of the other avenues you mentioned as well. Tony, final words for somebody thinking about getting into this, final advice.
Yes, the final advice that I would give anyone is that realtors, listen, focus on the people over the profit. It doesn't matter what's going on with Zillow, Redfin, all of the other people. If you are solving a problem for veterans or anyone out there, the money will come. You know, you can't have good fruit with bad roots. So set your foundation on getting good systems in place. Always have a target within your business. And then also, if you're looking to get into some mentorship or coaching or training with us, we're looking for a few good agents that we know. We like referring people that have grown with us. So if you're looking to get information, I go live every other Wednesday. And if you guys want to be a part of that class, text the word LEARN, LEARN, to 760-573-2731. Again, that's LEARN to 760-573-2731. Anybody's welcome to that. It's free training because I believe I'm a Christian, okay? And I believe that the more people that you help, then my Creator is going to give the fruit to the farmer, not the harvester. So if you have something that's unique in nature and you want to share it, share information, guys, because if you got a top producer in your office and you're killing it, and there's a hungry agent down here, your light's not going to get any, it's not going to dim anymore by helping that person come up. And then also people see that and I want to be a part of that. Lead by example. So just a couple of notes to throw in there.
Yeah, I definitely believe in karma in life. And thank you. Thank you very much for doing this with us. And thanks for everything you're doing for the EXP agents. Thank you all for being with us. And please help me thank Tony Glenn for coming on and sharing with us. We really appreciate it, friend. And for you all, we will see you next time.
Thank you.